It is fair to say that the business over at Chelsea in the last 12 months has been, what's the word I'm thinking? Fucking mental. Today, we are going to learn a very important word. On this channel, we learn new things every video. And today, we're going to learn the word amortization. Have you heard of that before? No. No one's heard of that word in the last week until now. Unless if you are working in accounting, no one cares or has any need to even know what this word means. So you are probably on this video because you are watching what Chelsea are doing and you, like me, are wondering, what the f*** is financial fair play? FFP? Hello? Come outside. Come outside. I'm at the door. So, how can Chelsea spend so much on transfers and still remain in FFP? First thing, let's just run through their signings. In both windows, they have brought in 16 players on a fee. That equates to £540 million in 2 transfer windows. By far, without even needing to think about it, is the most money spent by one club in any season ever history done. By the way, under Premier League FFP rules, clubs are allowed to lose £105 million over a rolling 3-year period. Chelsea's latest financial results shows losses of £387 million over 3 years. You work it out. On the screen in front of you are all the players that he brought in. Some you may have no idea and some you may think is really worth that much. Before we do break into this, please smash a like on the video. Let's hit 2,500 likes. Comment down below, how do you think this will bode for Chelsea in the future? Because at the start of next season, the way how they've done these transfers cannot be done again. That is maybe the reason why they've done all their business now while they still can. High risk, high reward. And if you're new here, please drop a sub on the channel. We are so close to 320,000 subscribers. The last time I checked, 78.8% of you who are watching my videos are not subscribed, so if you can hit that sub button, it'll make a big difference. Before we do break into it, I want to give a shout out to the sponsor of the channel, 365 Kit Shirt. 365 Kit Shirt is the best place to get your replica shirts on the market for a cheap price. So of course, if you've got kids, this is fantastic, or if you are a bit younger and you don't want to spend £60 on a football shirt, so this can help you guys out to go get yourselves your club's shirts, or your kids if you got any like me. We've got a package to open up today, so let's see what we get. Here we go. Okay, I think, oh yeah, I remember seeing this. You know me, you know that I love my retro Dortmund shirts, and we got one right here as well. Boom, there you go. It's a bit bright, isn't it? I love retro Dortmund shirts. It's my favorite type of shirt, I think. If you want this retro shirt or any shirts you can think of, it is available on the site. Link is at top of the description, and use code VZH for 10% off to make it even cheaper. And let's get into the video. Football supporters across the world has been given a crash course on amortization, as Todd Boehly, Chelsea's new chairman, has pushed the boundaries of what is possible with player contract lengths. For example, by signing Mudryk to a deal that runs until June 2031, yes, that is an 8-year deal, 8-year contract, they enable a £62 million initial transfer fee to be spread across 8 years on the books, rather than the more conventional 4 or 5. Enzo Fernandez, Badiashile, Madueke, and Wesley Fofana are on very similar long deals. This trick, however, can end up seriously backfiring if the players are on these supersized contracts fall short of expectations. This trick Todd Boehly has seriously exploited to maximize their opportunity to get themselves ahead in comparison to other clubs. So I know what you're thinking. Why don't all other clubs do this? Well, the answer is simple. It is too risky to do this. The concept of signing a player on large amounts of money across multiple years, almost a decade in some cases, having that player on the books for years upon years upon years, unless if a team wants to sign them, which because of the financial power that they are in, makes it a bit more difficult. Of course, a lot of clubs have money. Money is the main reason why the Premier League is so good and why it is now coined the real European Super League. I mean, when you're having Bournemouth almost out-bully AC Milan, then that is when we need to really talk about where the we're going here, lads. So what Chelsea are doing is that imagine Chelsea just adding their transfer fees in a drip-like fashion, spread across multiple years of one fee. And when they sell one player for a relatively normal sized sum, that opens up a lot of space for these other transfers to fit in. In their books, it looks quite reasonable. One important example to prove how this all works: despite signing Romelu Lukaku in a disastrous £97.5 million deal, the club actually made a huge profit from player sales, due to the departures of Tammy Abraham, Kurt Zouma, Fikayo Tomori, and Mark Gay. As for the financial results of next year, we're going to find out very soon. I just saw this tweet while editing and I thought I wanted to throw it in. An Arsenal fan, I must add, said Chelsea have now spent close to 600 million in 6 months. Even if you amortize that over 8 years, that's 75 million a year they will owe before they make another signing. FFP does not exist, and we all know it. They don't deserve credit. This isn't ambition, it's financial doping. In which the top reply is, cry more. Nice. Of course, one important thing is that in the summer, there will be a lot of players leaving, you'd imagine. We are speaking of the likes of Hakim Ziyech, Pulisic, Lukaku, Broja, Raheem Sterling, Aubameyang. So even though as of right now they may have spent beyond their means in terms of FFP, they will be able to sell in the summer, you'd imagine, even at the playing field. So the question is, should Chelsea or Chelsea fans have anything to be worried about? Well, if recent history says anything, they should have little to no worries whatsoever. Even if they are found to even breach FFP, UEFA's latest round of punishments was only a small percentage to be paid immediately. It is the equivalent of giving a speeding ticket to a multi-millionaire. They don't care. They can break the rules, and even if they get caught, okay. What Chelsea are doing are extremely pushing the limits of what they can get away with here. And the reason why all this is happening right now is that by the end of the season, this will be no longer allowed. UEFA have already moved to close this loophole for future transfer windows. For example, even if a player is signed for 7 to 8 year contracts like what Chelsea are doing, their fee will be spread across no more than 5 years in any FFP calculation. This loophole closure has put pressure on Chelsea to make the most out of this while they still can. And it is important to look at the players that they've brought in. They all suit a very defined profile of player. Players all aged under 23, have flashed some elite level ability and can blossom to develop into an elite football player. If only a handful of them are able to reach the expectations that they are able to reach, then they will make profit off this. But if this does not go well, then people believe that they may have a squad of bloated wages of immovable players and can limit their transfer moves in the future. Chelsea FC, high risk, high rewards. Of course, if you're a Chelsea fan, then you won't care, you will just be laughing, and of course you will. Why wouldn't you? But if you are a top 6 fan, is this a scary thought? Are you laughing at them, or are you slightly jealous? Tell me down below. As a fan outside the top 6 bubble, as a Burnley fan who is neutral in this aspect, they're taking a big risk here. But with the players that they've brought in, I do think that they have brought in some good players, who I will be surprised to see if many of them fail. A lot of the new players are very young and can build to be a fantastic asset in the future. What they need to do is get the pieces coming together, and only time can tell if that is the case. And I kind of want to do a video on this in the future about not just money in football, but money in the Premier League, because we are seeing so many clubs coming up into the Premier League spending so much money. If it's Nottingham Forest, if it's Bournemouth, is the Premier League the European Super League? When it comes to money, it absolutely is. Of course, as an Englishman, it is exciting, especially as Burnley is looking like they will be in the Premier League next year, that the opportunities are immense. So many players from over in Portugal, over in Netherlands, over in Belgium will do whatever they can to play in the Premier League, and therefore clubs like the Burnleys or like the Fulhams or whoever goes up in Premier League, they will see them as a good opportunity. Unless if you're Everton. Sadly, no one wants to go to them. If you guys do enjoy, smash a like button and subscribe if you're new. I hope you guys enjoy the new content on the channel, and I'm very, very proud of making these videos. I'll see you guys next time for another video, and stay safe, boys.